welcome back. We're back in Timberborn in our Windtop Bluff colony. And today we've got some things to take care of around the colony as we normally do. You see, we've been running out of water, but I'm hoping with the new reservoir we got in last time, that'll change. Speaking of reservoirs, we also got started on this one and this one here. But, as I said last time, I think we need to start in from the other side, or else it's going to take a while. And since there's a ton of dead foliage around here, we can just kind of come over and across here to see if we can get that done. We are going to have to put in just a couple more things here. And there we go. That'll give them a little bit of a bridge, and then they can start from the other side. Of course, they're gonna need more logs. Our logs are running out. As you can see, our water's not doing great either. Let's make sure that when that water comes up, it goes straight down to these so we can get that. But as for our logs, one, we've got a couple of guys over here picking up logs for us, but we can definitely extend that out. We've got plenty of extra beavers here to take care of that. Plus, we can come down here and start picking up these as well. So let's just toss in a couple there. And I believe these are marked cut. Oh, they're not. So let's just mark those real quick. There we go. There we go. That looks good. All those are in. Speaking of trees, though, we could probably use some more tree farms in general. And a great place to get them is going to be for this right here. If we get this reservoir, this wall for the reservoir in, we'll at least have a little bit of water saved up back here, which will hopefully keep a lot of this area green for a good portion. So what we're going to do is, one, I'm going to come down here and we're going to put in, let's see if we can put in just maybe, how about, yeah, right there. That looks good. That way we'll at least have one pump that's going the whole time. And since we've got something that's going in down here, let's extend this out. Now, I don't think, no, that's not going to attach over there. So what we can do is let's put in maybe something at the crossroads here. Do this, and let's get the pylon in there. There we go. Now we can add connection to here. And then we can even add a nice, there we go. We'll put you in right there and connect you to here. Yeah, they can get down there. That'll work out wonderfully. We'll get in a couple of foresters here and there. What covers? That should cover all the area. Does that cover? No, that doesn't cover down there. So let's go ahead. We'll put one in here to help keep up with the trees. And then over here, I'd also like this, and let's get another capper shack. Our maple farm over here is not doing so great because this always gets dried pretty quickly by our new pumping station. So we'll let them get started on that. Our water is starting to come in here already. Let's up this to, let's say, 60. We've got these down here, which should be a height of 65. So once this fills up, it should start, go ahead and filling what it can of this over here. There we go. We've got one block in, one whole block over here. Still got a ton of extra beavers. So let's go ahead and we will get these going just as fast as they can. We kind of ran dry on water there, so what I'd like to do is, I know we just organized this, but you know what? It's time to upgrade it, and you can't just wait around to get progress on that. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to put in some tanks. We're going to get the large tanks here, and we're going to do 1 and 2 of those. I want these super high priority so that they can start getting filled. Water and more water, also super high priority. Then while we're here, let's expand out this. Oh wow, there's a lot of thirsty beavers. They're gonna have to come down here and get themselves some water. Let's in fact go up to 20 hours so that they've got more time to get this stuff done. But while they're getting all this stuff done, let's go ahead and see if we can get in a second layer. What I'd really like to do, we'll put in one of you and one of you. And then let's get a couple of platforms. You know what? We have these have all got to be metal. I turned off the metal a while back, so let's turn that back on there. And in fact, let's go ahead and put 2 more down here to pull in more metal as well. That way we can have all of them used and everything should be good to go there. Do we have people in these? We do. We just got to wait for them to replant all this. So they've got to do that. Let's grab these trees over here and we'll just say that needs planted. This needs planted. We'll do all of these all the way down to here. We'll plant over those because I don't think I quite want oak there. What we're really wanting there is more of the maple. So let's do a whole maple area here. Maples, more and more. And if there's not enough there, we'll take out some more of the maples and just put in another tapper shack. Oh, missed one there, and then I missed one of the... There we go. Oh, look at that. I missed this whole back corner. We don't want to miss that. You never know. There we go. Now they're going. We've got water. Water's coming back up. Logs are coming back up. Do we have any maple syrup yet? No, we don't. So we'll leave that off for now. However, over here, we were still building this. Let's grab a couple more of the structures here. And we'll do overhang. This may be a 5. It looks like 5. Yeah, it's 5. Let's do a 5. There we go. On top, we'll do 2 more. I'm going to leave this open so that if we ever want to build upwards again, we can just build off of that. And as you'll notice, I've got a couple of new mods. I went through and I added the ladder back in because the ladder is super useful. Everybody loves the ladder. And then I also added the spiral staircase. And I think this here would be a great place for a spiral staircase. Especially as we expand the storage upwards, we could probably expand the spiral. So I'm going to take this and we're going to start with the platforms here. And I really like the spiral staircase. They can be a little complicated to build it sometimes, so I'll show you how I build them. If I know they're going to be in this area here, what I'll do is cursor over this one until the pole like this is in the middle. And we'll just go upwards 3 right here. And then you kind of have to do that in each of the 4 areas. So you just cursor over these 4 and you can build up those 3 high. Later on, we'll build more. But let's go ahead, grab our curved stairs that go with it. Now, I would have done the metal ones, but the metal ones have this extra like bar on them that just kind of hangs in the middle of air whenever you try to do a spiral staircase with them. They look really weird. So we're going to do these here. So since I want this to come out over here, you got to get it just the right spot here. Come on, go down there. Well, we might have to. There we go. Just zoom the map down just a bit and get over that one. That one connects in there. This one connects in here. And then that should be the same height now. It is. Good, good. We're going to grab the platforms for these and just one of the pillar top ones. Come around this way, connect it in. And there we go. A nice little spiral staircase for us that we can just build up. And you know what? It looks pretty nice. We'll just leave it that way. I'm going to switch this. You know what? Do I want to switch this? Do we have maple syrup yet? We don't. Eventually, I think I'm going to make this maple syrup because this is going to have the maple pastries. But, I mean, if we're not, you know, building them, why do that? So, let's see. How can we... That should be able to be built. The question is, how do we build these? And the answer might just be we use ladders, which... That's okay. We can use ladders for this. We'll just do this. They should be able to build up You know what? We'll just leave it there and we'll just see what they can build. And just go with that. Down here, it looks like they're getting the trees in. They've got the extra water. They've got our zip line pylon in, which is good. That's kind of what we're wanting. They've got these two. This guy doesn't need to be here yet. That guy does. These guys should be fine. We've got the extra metal coming in. Do I need more bad water? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the bad water while we've got it for the next couple of days. Over here, I'm not sure we need quite this many planks. No, I think we're still good on planks, so we'll turn those down just to get the beavers back. I forgot to put in the aquatic farmhouse in there, so... And we've again made a mess of this area down there. Apologies to any beavers that were planning on making a house down here. Kind of a floodplain at the moment. But on the bright side, it's still riverfront. And no poo currently, so we'll wait until the bad water comes back for that. We've got our reservoir full. We've got all of this going. This is looking nice. They've got the water, or the metal being pulled in. Is this gate now at 40? Yeah, so we'll put you back up to 50. What do I have this set down here? This is 50. So hopefully when that fills up all the way to 50, that'll stop and then we'll have that much. So they've got this done up here. How is this going? Actually, that's not looking too bad. They're getting a lot of this cleaned out. In fact, this guy right here is done for now. Let's go ahead and come around here and maybe we can send some more beavers over here. Pull in logs from here. Get one there, and one there. This guy's done. Taking all the logs out of there, that's fine. That's kind of what we wanted to see. We're still working on getting some of this stuff out of here. But at the present moment, we've got plenty of extra beavers. Well, we have 3, which we don't need too many more than that at the moment. Got all this in. This is going out. We could turn that back on, but we don't quite need it. And, you know, we could definitely be better served over here with a large one because it could reach down farther. So we'll go ahead and install one of the large pumps if we can. Will it fit into this area? Where are we going to have to clear some more of this out? We might actually have to clear some of this out. There we go. That can get out of there. Let's get large water pump in. You can go there. And that should be enough for just about everything. We'll put the storage back too, just in case they need to come over here and pump some more of that. Workplace, though, we'll say that's super low. This is water, and it's just a supply, so hopefully we don't overfill all of that over there. They are working on those tree fields at the moment. The dam is coming along. While we're doing that, I noticed we've only got 19 of our well-being, and I just turned the hours back down, so hopefully that'll go back up just a little bit, but there's some areas that we don't yet have. So what we can do is, in our strange little residential district over here, we can put a couple more in while we wait. Let's take a look and get... Well, I'd like to get the agora in first, but for the agora, you have to have the extract. Let's go ahead. We could probably also do detailers if we get extract. Let's go ahead, grab that then. Do we have plenty of science for that. So we'll toss, you know what? Those can all go here. There we go. Let's get at least one centrifuge in. We might end up moving this if we need to, but we'll get one centrifuge in for now. And we'll even put in a little bit of storage for it up here. Let's do a medium tank here and a medium tank here. This one can be for the extract going out. This one can be for bad water coming in. We'll let them work on that. How are our gears doing? A little low on metal blocks. Books we're starting to finally get, so maybe they're less edible now overall. They've got our spiral staircase in as well, so that looks pretty nice. Are they able to reach that? Yeah, they are. We're just waiting on metal blocks on all of those. Got plenty of water as well, so that's not too bad. Is this back at 50? I want to make this 55, and we'll see if that stops it over here. So, well, I guess it's flowing out the top, so maybe. We'll see. Are they going to build that? Let's go ahead and plan for the agora as well. Well-being. Let's do an agora. We'll put it way over here for now. Kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but that should be okay. The detailer, we always need a bunch of these, but I need a good place to put these. Where can I put these that beavers might really enjoy them? Up here. Let's do, yep, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have to move our lamp because we need at least 6 of them. Why do we need 6 of them? Because we do. That's really it. Let's go ahead. We'll put a lamp back in there. And then as for well-being, what else do we have that we could use? We don't have the mud pit. We don't have mud yet, or dirt, I guess. Carousel will come back to. Let's check the decorations here. We don't have scarecrows. We could put a couple of those around here. Let's see. If I were to say build one, you'd be able to build one here. And we'll put one here. Let's grab. That takes care of this. And do we have some areas that we could put these? Well, if we kind of prop them up like we do with a lot of them. That reach over to there? I think that does reach over to those. So, we just need some farther down ones. What if I put one, say, here? There you go. And then maybe we'll put one about right here in front of the dance hall. Grab the statue. Nope, the statue, please. Statue? Statue. We need a statue. There we go. That gets most of them. And then we'll also do this here. We'll get the scarecrow. Give him a scarecrow around here somewhere. That'll be fine. And we'll do maybe one here. One here. These guys probably could use a scarecrow. We'll do one there. That should be good enough for now. We'll let them live with that. Hey, would you look at that? We finally got some maple syrup. Not a lot, but some. So that means we can finally unpause the bakery and they can get to work on building that. It looks like they're building everything just fine from this side. So we can probably go ahead and take out the ladder. We'll need those eventually anyway. You know what? There's some space here. Let's go ahead. Toss in maybe a little bit of decoration here and there. Maybe one of these. One of these. Maybe a lamp right in the middle. Let's turn it around the other way. It probably would look better the other way. There we go. We'll do one of you and one of you so that anytime a beaver comes over and gets a drink, they'll get a little bit extra from just that area. Our centrifuge did finally get in. However, we don't have a ton of bad water, so we'll have to figure that out eventually. Once we get the bad water rig, we shouldn't have too much problem with it in general, so not too worried. We'll get that filled up. We do, though, have some extract, which is getting taken to the agora, and all of our nice random decorations have gone in, so overall our beaver's wellness has jumped up to 28. Not too bad for just adding a couple of things here and there. In fact, I even forgot that I need to add the bulletin pole for all of those beavers that like to watch the news, I guess, or watch of the news, we'll just put a couple of here and there, maybe. We'll put one in there. Grab decoration. We'll put one in here, one in here. How about there? That looks good. And then, let's see. If I want, I'm going to take these out, and we'll put in a bulletin pole here. And let's put in a beaver statue maybe here. That'll work. And then we just need some more places for contemplation spots. We could definitely toss a couple in here and there, though. Let's go ahead. Well-being. Oh, look, they've already got the extra point from that. So let's do 1, 2, 3 there. And then we'll do a couple of contemplation spots right behind the bakery. That's the best place to contemplate, I'm sure, just with the wonderful wonderful smells that you get off of the bakery. I wouldn't know for sure, but I bet it smells pretty good with the 3 different bakeries there. Looks like our maple farm here is actually starting to grow, although they've probably used all the syrup already. They've got everything planted for this. In fact, I don't know why I don't just plant even more trees to... Because, I mean, if we're gonna go ahead and plant it anyway, there we go, that one's in, that one's in. We might as well have them here and pulling stuff in. These guys are done for now. So let's just pause them to send them somewhere else. I think all of this down here is pretty much good to be off for the moment. Since these guys are so far away, I might toss in maybe just a little bit of storage here for water for them. Let's get them a water. Let's get them something for our food. We'll say water coming in. And we'll say, what food do we want to give them? How about bread? That sounds good to me. What else that we could probably toss in? We've got the science for it, and we've got some spare logs. If we just do a farmer monument here, we could probably do one here right above the door. We'll have them face that way. Then we'll do one over here for a little bit more well-being. And you know what? We'll leave it at that. How much is this one? It's 3K. I don't quite have that much science yet, but we might be able to do that one too, because we've got a ton of planks. So maybe we'll look into that one as well. However, I do notice that we are low on a couple of other things. Wheat, we're low on. We're low on cattail roots and maple syrup. The maple syrup, we've got this in down here to hopefully take care of. Oh, this is... Let's put a little bit of water back in there so we don't lose some trees. Those pumps, hopefully, the next time won't take so much water. But let's go ahead and... Tell you what, we'll set this back up to 50, and then I'm going to say, let's, for now, just close these. So that, well, I didn't catch them quite quick enough. So maybe just a little bit. How much more water do we have over here? Some is still in the reservoir. So we're just going to slowly fill that up. There we go. That's enough for now. We'll put you back up. And unfortunately, that's not enough to keep those going, but that's okay. We'll come down here. I want to make a couple more farms. One, we're going to do maybe a couple of efficient farmhouses here and here. Actually, we'll put them here and here. Be here and here. Yeah, that'll work. And we'll do wheat all over here. Wheat. Here we go. Oh, maybe not there. It didn't quite want to go there. Okay. Got wheat. That should be plenty of wheat. As for cattail, we could do a decent amount down here in this river. So let's go ahead and we'll plant that. We'll get a aquatic farmhouse here. These are done, so I don't really need those. They're just kind of placeholders for the moment. Let's get you in here. And we'll do staircase. Do I want a spiral staircase? It looks nice. Nope. Let's do a regular one. Just a regular old one. And hopefully, oh, we can extend that farm out just a little farther, can't we? Cattails. There we go. Looks good. All right. This is good for the moment. What else are we low on? We should get the wheat, which will give us the wheat flour, maple syrup. Yep, cattail flour, all good. Well, now we just have to wait for everything to grow. We're almost done with our reservoir over here, the back half of it. Looks like we could probably turn off one of these farms. That gives us 2 extra beavers instead of 0 extra beavers. And it looks like these are going in pretty well. Got to come through and get all of our details on here. There we go. So we can see which beaver is what. There we go. And then you are the shocked looking one. All right. This all looks good. And our well-being is up to 35. So some pretty happy beavers there. That's not too shabby. They'll hopefully work a little better, live a little longer, and we'll keep expanding this out. Next time, I think we're going to do some work here. We probably could use a little more work here and there on the industrial side, so we'll figure out a place to set that up eventually. But until then, just want to say thank you very much for stopping by, and hope to see you next time. Bye!